Hey guys, and welcome to this brand new Clue Score video on my new owned channel. And I really hope that at least I can post one video per week. Obviously, if I have more time, I'll try to post more. So basically, what happened is I'm very busy. This Clue Scroll was filmed actually in the beginning of September, and since then, with work and school, which I did not predict would take so much time of my life, with sports, ultimate frisbee and dodgeball, and the Quebec engineering competition to organize. Oh boy, man, it's been a long ride with rewards. Work, interviews for magazines. It was a very interesting month and a half. But now I'm back, hopefully, and we can have more videos. But for what I've been doing these two past months was partying, drinking sometimes the most exotic drinks I ever drank in my life. A blue martini, yeah, that was something special. And like all videos right now, I'm gonna consume a bit of alcoholic beverage. For tonight, it's gonna be pure malt Boreal Dark Natural Stout, 5.5%. Cheers, guys. Very nice. And I've been working as a project engineering intern at Bombardier Aerospace in Montreal with the Challenger 300 program. The Challenger 300 is actually right now the best, yes, the best super mid-sized business aircraft in the world. And boy, if you had the opportunity to step into one or sit in the cockpit or just see how it's made, it's simply beautiful. And I'm also taking two classes at school, and just trying to manage this, it takes some toll. And RuneScape wasn't really on my priority list, and I was pretty, I'll just say, so sad because I had to leave some friends on RuneScape, but I still have the chance to catch up with them sometimes. Um, but I hope that I will be able to, do more Clue Scrolls and be able to share them with you guys in the coming weeks. So, as I said, this Clue Scroll was filmed around 2 months ago. Got it from a mutated Jadinko. It was I think my third early Clue Scroll, and as you can hear, I'm not really enthusiastic about the reward in the end because when you are super excited, sometimes the reward is not that good. So this week on RuneScape, yes, I logged on. I check RuneScape like once or twice per week, just the main page, and I saw bot nuking. And then I read in the forums or on other websites, like people getting worried about the bots. And hopefully there are less bots on RuneScape now. I haven't been, checking the news lately, but some lately, meaning these past 2 days. But I'm glad to see Jagex, trying to like get rid of bots. Um, as a human being, we are always, we tend to simplify everything to make our lives easier. I mean, before a cell phone was the size of a brick. Now it's as thin as a Samsung Galaxy, like cell phone, smartphone. Is it a Samsung Galaxy cell phone? Yeah, let's just say my iPhone 4, shall we? Not 4S, iPhone 4, made in China. Did you know that if you buy an iPhone in China and you bring it to Canada and breaks somehow, if you want to trade it back, you can't. Anyways, just don't put your iPhone in beer or in a spa, or make someone pull you into a spa with an iPhone in your pocket. Just say. But to get back down the subject, simplify stuff. Yeah, and back in the days, if you wanted to make a website, you had to code HTML or pay someone to do it. Now there's some Flash-based website where you just drag and drop, upload your content, and you have a website. Easy, isn't it? Yeah. So for a game like RuneScape, you may approach it like, oh, well, it's a game, and I have this tool to make it easier for me to advance in the game. I mean, that's how humans think, right? Simplify stuff. But you also have to think about the people not using these programs, these bots. Those who are actually spending the time that you should spend on the game to get you those rewards. Is it fair to them? I mean, in the eyes of a botter, they may say, "Oh, these people are just dumb. They're not using the resources that are available to them." I mean, I'm smart. I'm gonna use these. Sure, if you don't get caught, fine. Congratulations. you got to a reward or a level faster than me. But what about your integrity? What about your honesty? This world needs honesty. We always hear about these corruptions, these dishonest politicians or artists or anything, just any people. We see them on the news, business people, and I mean, should we be proud to be also cheating on the game? I mean, I'm not. I've never used a bot because I think it's not honest. I was taught as an engineering student my first year about morale and integrity and honesty, which is a fundamental, the fundamentals of my profession. I mean, as an engineer, if you're dishonest and say, "Oh well, the concrete you're using right now for this bridge is perfect," it's gonna save you like 75% compared to this concrete, which is like more strong, but it's not necessary. And in 20 years, you're reading the paper, bridge collapses. Honesty, honesty. And for this game, it doesn't have that much impact, but still, it's dishonest towards those who are playing fairly. And these bots have great impact on the game itself, on for other people in terms of just playing. I mean, go check the green dragons in the wild. Bots everywhere. If a dragon spawns, there's like 20 bots jumping on it. I mean, is it fun for just a normal player who just wants to kill some dragons, green dragons, skills the hide or sell the bones? I mean, he can't even get to those dragons because those bots always auto click on them first, and they have the impact on the economy as well, making things cheaper. These less expensive ones they should be more. Okay, on a player level, you might say, "Oh, it's great. I mean, these dragon bones, I can afford them." But it's also harder for you to acquire money because all these bots are botting away. For example, as a woodcutter, you want to sell wood, right? All these bots are going on the yew trees, the magic trees. They're getting less logs per hour than before. Is it worth it for you as a non-botter? I don't think so. I remember back in the days when I was trying to cut yews in like free world. Oh boy, it was a challenge. All these default avatars running with an axe, just cutting the same tree I'm cutting. And now, bots even got smarter. They can't even do dungeoneering. I mean, bots at some the frozen dragons. Frozen dragons, is it how it's called? I forgot. That level 85 like dungeon you can access. I mean, level 85 dungeoneering. Those frost dragons. Yes, frost dragons. I heard that there are a lot of bots in there too. I mean, it's not that fun, is it? And then we complain about Jagex, saying, "Oh, Jagex, bots, get rid of them." But we voted. Most of us voted for free trade to come back. I mean, when there were no free trade, there were no bots. Right? There were merchant clans. Right? They were annoying. I heard that they're still annoying sometimes. But there were no bots. Right? But then we voted for free trade to come back, and then the bots come back, and we're not happy. We're never happy. Well, as human beings, we always want perfection. So we can never really be happy with RuneScape, can we? How much balance it is. But we voted for the bots to come back. So we should not complain that much, should we? I mean, I remember back in the days, though, Jagex suggests to up the trade limit if you are friends with a person for a long time. That was kind of a good solution towards not introducing free trade back, but not have bots in the game. But then people were still gonna junk trade in the streets. An item might be worth 3 bill on the street, but it's worth 1 bill in the GE, and people complain. And then we brought free trade back, and this is the consequence of the free trade. But an interesting question is, if there was a vote saying we are going to remove free trade, in the wild again, but there won't be any more bots, what would you do? Would you vote for, oh, I don't want bots? Or are you going to vote for, I'm going to keep the bots and keep free trade in the wild? I mean, Jagex can do as much. And as a person who talks to many software engineers with a beer sometimes, I realize that this technology just evolves. Programming just keeps evolving. And you can't expect to always win. Jagex and the bots are just under a constant battle. The bots might have won this time. Jagex will release something else. Jagex wins this time. The bots win something. Then they will win the next. Comes with something and wins next time. How the only way to stop bots is to tell people that it's dishonest. Tell people that this is not how a game should be experienced. It's more an ideology, isn't it? I mean, we just on a real world level, you might go invade a country, you might go there and try to change the country, their philosophy, their thinking. You might be fighting these people to make the world safer. I'm not just naming names. All right, I will. Just invade a country with the Taliban's, let's say. All right, and you want to just eliminate the Taliban, let's say. All right, and then, well, on a theoretical level, it's possible. You just have to eliminate everyone. But the ideology survives. An idea is stronger than an individual. And so to win the war in Afghanistan, to win the war in Iraq, you have to win over an ideology. And it's the same thing on Runescape. You have to win against an ideology of, oh, I'm gonna make things simpler by using a bot. And that's why it's hard. If you can go to the root of the problem and go and tell and make people change their mind about bots, that's how you can win this war. And that's why it's so hard for Jagex too, because we want things to be simpler. Now, the bots, they're gonna keep staying in the game. That's my personal opinion. There will always be bots, and there was gonna always be real world trading until Jagex implements again a system to limit free trade. So we have to live with this problem, and we just have to swallow a pill and continue playing this game, if you wish to continue playing this game. So that's, I guess, what I want to say about bots. I mean, you can hear that I don't really like bots that much, but they're still quite funny to watch sometimes. Go into the wild, pass by the green dragons, and one spawns, and 50 people, like just 50 bots, just jumped onto one. Just funny, pretty funny, and that's how I got my first like 8 or 10 bill. Was probably like a bot was botting and sold for real world cash or something. Like got money, let's say 8 bill, all right, and he or she tried to like sell in real life the money to another person, another account, and they went to the Ardone mine, and they went to the bears, and the bears killed the bot. Well, the guy or the girl who was probably botting and trying to trade away RuneScape money for real world cash. And guess who? I pick up the cash. Wasn't it fun? Yes. But then I told myself, this money, this 8 mil or 10 mil, it was earned in a really dishonest way. And I did question for some time if I should just drop it and let it disappear on the ground or use it. And at the end I used it. Yes, I can be a hypocrite sometimes. But I really hope that one of these days people realize that bots, it's not the way to play this game. You need to get the thrill of accomplishments. Of accomplishments. Well, by spending like 20, 30, 40 hours on a game, but yeah, still, you feel some accomplishments. because you gave in the effort for the reward. So here we are, already near the end of the video, and you can see that I really condensed this one. You can see that I really had trouble with like the Celtic knots, and basically, actually, I'm gonna make a video about how to do those knots and comments on them, because it's very easy when you get the gist of it. And also in the future, I'm gonna be doing some logs, easy to kill Slayer monsters that drops, level 3 clue scroll, and see how many it takes to get like 5, let's say. And just post them online with some comments. And as always, some weekly videos, hopefully, um, with some comments again. Just some of my thoughts on the real world. Right now it's like Occupy Cities. That's been on CNN for like a week now. But yeah, just some real world stuff, and some other stuff about alcohol and beer. Yeah, and you saw the reward sucks. Yep, this is what you get for an elite clue scroll. Disappointing, isn't it? But it's RuneScape, and you never know what you get in the end. Like life, because it's like a box of chocolate, and uh, you never. Okay, I need to see the movie again. But till next time, guys. Have a good one, and I'll see you guys next time.